have with me the increase in decrease in of voters in the draft electoral rolls that have been published as of 27th December 2025. Now this of course is in comparison to the final electoral roll that had earlier been published on the 6th of January 2025. So these are 5 districts in Assam where we've seen increase in electors following the release of the draft electoral rolls. Now if you see Dispur over here, if you take the total number of voters as per the final electoral rolls of SSR, it was 2,44,730. Now, if you take the draft electoral rolls that have just been released, we see that the number has now risen to 2,49,746. Now, that of course is a 5,016 increase, which it goes to about 2.01%. For Demoria as well, we see that the total voters were 2,17,708, but now with the release of the draft electoral rolls, it has risen to 2,21,099. Now these 5 districts include Dispur, Demoria, New Guwahati, Guwahati Central and Jalukbari, where we've seen these increase that you can see over here. This is the percentage of increase that has been witnessed. Apart from this one deletion over here of a third gender voter in New Guwahati, we've seen increase across the total as well as the male and female electors in these districts. Now if you take a look at this total over here, there were 5,14,706 voters, male voters in these 5 districts earlier. It has now risen to 5,21,388. Similarly, there were 5,43,284 female electors, and the number has now risen to 5,54,151. Finally, there were 38 third gender voters in all of these districts, and the number of course has now fallen by 1 to 37. So that takes the total to around 1,58,028 voters earlier, and the number has now risen to 1,07,55,076 of the total voters right now. So those are the details that we're tracking for you. Of course, this comes after the draft electoral rolls for Assam were released yesterday.